Hi, welcome back to our channel known as
Create ideas. What are we going to talk about today?
Power. Mainly, what is power?
What is power? I think it comes in different ways. Society views it as someone who is a boss, whether you are working or whether you own a company. I think it comes in money. I think it comes in basically ways that people own this power, right? Like own. Own is another word for power, I think.
Yeah, having to own a certain land,
Right.
houses, businesses,
Right.
just like say Apple company or
Right.
what other companies do you think?
I think it's not necessarily companies, man. I think it can be through everything. Like people base this power literally on ownership. So when people think they own something, I think it comes from ego, man. To be honest, I think it's our ego telling us that we're better than others, when in the reality is like we are not. You see what I'm saying? But what do you feel?
I feel the same way. Everybody that has money just looks at everybody who is poor or middle class.
Right.
They look at them differently. They act differently. They have more stuff to do than
Right.
others.
Right.
That's
right.
how I look at it.
Right, and I also think that, to be honest, man, this power that we call power is just a look from society. That's what society bases on. And usually, like, when we think of power, man, we're so brainwashed, we think that it's money, man. And, like, I'm not saying it's wrong to have money. Everybody needs money, right?
Yeah, because money comes and goes.
But if you think about it, money is a system.
Sorry we had to relocate.
Talking about how, I was saying how money is a system, and it's a system by...
Corruption and the way that we think that we spend it.
Right.
And how we live when we have money.
Right, and the way that we also think that it controls us, and the same way that we think it controls us is the same way we think these people got power, and we put them in a higher standard, man, and we visualize them as that, and that's why they got that. So in a way, it's us to blame, right?
Yeah, it's us to blame because we're the ones that put them in that position.
Right.
When we could be in that position ourselves.
Right, when we are already in power. You don't see that. Like, okay, let me tell you something. Basically, all they're doing, you might say, yeah, they have power, but no. There's a difference between power and running things. They are running things. Why do you think they call us a race? We're all in this race together, man, but we just keep following the same line. We got to make our own paths. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because if we make our own paths, we're choosing the way we want to live instead of having somebody choose it for us.
Why do you think the term is called, when you have power, the term is called lie in power? Because people lie to themselves that they got power. It's either they lie to themselves or they lying to people that they got power. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Most of the time they pretty much lie.
Right.
Both ways of the time, either way.
Really, in all reality is, I think power lies in our soul, man. What do you think?
It does lie in our soul because we have to bring that out from within us.
Right. Yeah, man, I think it lies in our soul, man, and it's also, picture this, man, I think it's a double entendre, man. It lies in our soul, but it also lies in our soul because we were taught that. You see what I'm saying? We were taught these things, so what better is to act upon what we were taught? We just gotta erase that. So, I feel like, what we were saying? What do you think?
Well, I believe that we have to create our own ideas because that's where the power is within us.
Right, and I think that you just gotta look inside the mirror and ask yourself one question. What is power?